in a while.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. I've had a few where I had a complete start over from scratch.
Well, I've tried that. I dug my way out of the rabbit hole a few times, but the dirt kept falling in on me. Over.
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, that's bad when that happens.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Well, the technology got the best for a change, and usually I can go to a source and get an answer, but this time I couldn't. So, well, I hope you had a good net, and hope you have a nice evening coming up.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we had a great net here, so a lot of check-ins, and it was really good to hear everybody. This is Zero MER releasing the frequency to fourth hour of the PICONET. Take her away.
KB0JPU. K0JPU, Gene, go ahead. Julia Papa uniform. Well, he was coming in loud and proud there. Gene, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I think a daydream, I think. Yeah, it's was 17 above earlier here today, so just hanging in there. Much colder, warmer tomorrow and then colder for the weekend. So everybody have a good weekend. We'll talk to you later. KB0JPU here.
Okay, Gene, we got you down. You have a week left yet. You have a nice Thursday and Friday coming up. Thanks much. We're taking over the 4 o'clock hour of the PICONET. This is November 0, Charlie Tango Yankee. Mike here in Pequot Lake, 15 miles north of Brainerd. The PICONET is for public interest, convenience, or necessity, which can take traffic by trade AM here to announce bulletins and make contact to take comments. First order of business is to see if we have any traffic for the PICONET. How about announcements or bulletins? Okay, we got, let's see, Bertha Hamfest, July 11th is Saturday coming up. January 11th. I'm wishing it was summer. And it's Bertha Community Center, sponsored by the Wadena Radio Club. I believe entry is $5. Tables are $10. And then on the 12th, we got the Celebration of Life for N0 HDR, Kevin Monk at the Gerhardt Funeral Home down in Anoka, 552 East River Road, from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Sunday. Any other announcements or bulletins? I forgot to mention that we had the 6-meter fun net last night. Oh well, that's gone. It's every Tuesday at 7:30. So just pull out your January calendar there and mark her down. That way I don't have to think about it. Okay, let's go with a round of short time check-ins for the PICONET.
KB0ROB. 0 CIC remote.
We have ROB and CIC. Harold, go ahead.
Okay, good afternoon to you there, Mr. Mike and Bill coming in, and there'll be others, I'm sure. I hope you'll have a good net. I got to get back down and help on the rows. I got a butcher up of avocado and some other stuff, and I'm always at the ready. Like that old that movie, when a girl says, "You need help? Here I am." That's the way I am, So back to net, and you take care and keep up the good work. KB0ROB.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I was listening to some classic Nat King Cole here last night. Fell asleep to that. The album was called After Midnight. It was it was only in mono, but man, the quality. He did a lot of nice recordings in his early years. Over.
Did you get Nature Boy yet?
Is that an album or a song?
That's a song, Nature Boy. There was a boy, a very strange, enchanted boy. He traveled far and wide over land and sea. Then he came back home, and they said what he learned was the greatest thing in all the world is to love and be loved in return. Over.
Yeah, a lot of his songs had messages, didn't they?
This is one of the top ones. You got to listen to Nature Boy.
Oh, no, I've heard that song.
Good work. See you on the radio, KB0ROB.
Okay, I double with you, Harold, there. No, I have heard that song. When you hit me with the lyrics, I have heard it. So, thank you, and I'm sure the Kabuki it needs another love tap or two. It's probably not getting much care out there this winter.
I never go by when I don't give it love looks and love pats. Thank you, KB0ROB.
Okay, Harold, take care. CIC, Bill.
Alrighty, I'm down in my workshop, so using my smartphone and going into the remote station, the KB0SCE remote. It'll give you K0NLC. I'm not sure what the weather's doing outside because I've been down in my workshop all day. I took a little break and I had a bowl of chili and came right back down, and we're putzing. I was trying to keep the brain active. Anyway, take care, have a good nap, and we'll catch you later. M0 CIC remote.
Well, sounds good there, Bill. Yeah, hobbies are great. I was trying to work out something with a new music streaming site, and I couldn't get that to work. And I'll figure it out, though. We're using it last night, and then today I had some problems with it. I mean, I'm thinking I got to go reset the internet. Sometimes it will not let some URLs through. I don't know what what bit gets set wrong or whatever, but it just happens. Over.
Yeah, not sure when it comes to the computer stuff, I get lost pretty darn easy. Anyway, I can come down here and make wood chips, and I can make metal chips, and got a couple projects going on. I'm making a little small planter stand. It's going to be part of a white elephant gift, and put some gloss on there today, and that's been drying. And making a couple of indexing plates for my metal lathe. So we're busy. Catch you later. Take care. 73 and 0 CIC.
Okay, are we still looking for a temporary fill-in for the 3 o'clock hour? I think, what is that, on Thursday?
No, I think that one's taken care of. I think we're looking for a temporary to fill in for KR0K. And I wasn't here, and I haven't heard from anybody. Who ran? Did Larry run his net on Monday, or did somebody fill in?
I don't know. Let's throw it out there to the group. Anybody hear Larry at 3 p.m. on Monday? No response. I think somebody asked me about that yesterday on the Tuesday, 4 o'clock, and I said I didn't think he had picked up the microphone again. Over.
Okay. Well, then I know that QPD, Dick, is in the hospital. He's got some type of infection that they're trying to get under control. So there's possibilities that he's going to be out of commission for a while, too. So if everybody just keeps their ears open, from get something out there, there should be a net going. Jump in and pick it up, run with it, and they'll PIC.
Yeah, and I know we got another message from somebody else that said that they were going in for some surgery, and we're going to be out. I think I'm doing, let's see here, YSL. I think I'm picking up his noon one. I I don't know, but does he have a, so he's got a 4 o'clock on Friday, but I don't know if that's when he's been filled yet or not, over.
It was out here a little bit ago. He's home from his surgery. Said he didn't have any pain. Of course, he was high on drugs yet, I'm not sure. But we'll see if he wasn't sure if he's going to need somebody to fill for him or not.
Okay, well, I got it marked on the calendar for noon. If he's there, then that's fine. I'll say hi to him, and if he's not, I'll take it, and we'll see what happens at 4 on Friday. So, okay, sounds good, Bill. You take care and make some more chips. This is November 0, Charlie Tango Yankee, taking regular check-ins for the PICONET.
And 0 SG.
0 Golf Delta.
W0 DIK.
Okay, we have QNY, SGV, Golf Delta, and DIK. Any others? And 0 QNY, Tom.
Yeah, good afternoon there, Mike, and all the folks listening there. What's the 2 for now? WB0RMK, this is a 0 QNY, Tom and Chaska, the key on top of the hills, riding down the other side. Have a good evening there, Mike.
Okay, Marlon. Tom, thank you very much. I appreciate it, and appreciate the twofer, and you have a great afternoon. Now it's Marlon's turn. Go ahead, Marlon.
He was the first team I did serve, came to service, and then by then he just came right out there, no problem at all. Yeah, taking check-ins and N0WHS, N0SGV, and hey, you have a good night.
Well, thank you, Marlon. Yeah, it's up and down still a little bit, getting better as it gets darker, but we got you and Jan on, so thank you much, and have a great evening. Let's see here. Whiskey 0 Golf Delta, Dale.
Okay, good afternoon, Mike. This is Whiskey 0 Golf Delta, Dale, Minnetonka. We got a whopping 20 degrees out there. Didn't seem too bad, I guess. And 3 seconds I was in it. And I don't know, that's about all I got. Not much to say today. I think I'll be heading for the cabin here Friday morning. Definitely will be doing that. So, anyways, thanks for running that. And Whiskey 0 Golf Delta, back to you, Mike.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, we're supposed to get some snow tomorrow, I think, about 1 inch or something like that, but it should be that light, fluffy stuff. I should be able to take care of that with the hand blower, I think, over.
That's kind of nice. Yeah, get the hand blower out there, blow it off. Yeah, I saw that they're looking like about 1 inch of snow up there, I think, on Saturday, so it'll be, well, I don't know, it'll be interesting to see what's there. I gotta see where the propane tanks, that's the big reason I'm going up. And then, let's see, then come 17th, I will be getting my hip surgery done. So that's mostly why I'm doing it, get all these things taken care of ahead of time.
Yeah, make a list, check it all off, make sure the cupboard's full of goodies, and that you don't have to get out and about for, at least a week, I would think would be sufficient. But they kick you out of the hospital pretty fast, usually the next day, over.
Yeah, well, they told me they're not going to, they're getting the same day I'm out of there. So that's what happened last time I got my other hip done. No, that's right. I did stay overnight on that one. But then my wife came and picked me up the next morning after they did some evil thing like, here, get up and walk on it. Oh, go up these stairs. Go down these stairs. I just wanted to kill him because that really, really hurt. Anyways, yeah, I'm not looking forward to some parts of this, but I'm looking forward to the pain finally going away, hopefully.
Oh, yeah, and I think with the approach you're taking now, you'll find it's a little bit easier probably than the last time. So, okay, Dale, well, thank you for stopping in. Safe travels up to the cabin, and appreciate the check-in. Whiskey 0, Delta India Kilo. Dick.
Well, good afternoon, Mike and Dale. I hope that all goes well on the surgery and that you don't have to go through that surprise morning exercise that hurts so much. Anyway, we didn't have a bad afternoon here. We did get out and exercise the dogs and got in a little longer walk than we've been taking here, and so we're sort of slowly inching our way back to what's normal, and at least for this time of year. Anyhow, hope you're having a good net, and 7-3.
Hi, Dick.
We seem to be doing okay today. It's, 12 at quarter after. That's pretty good. There's some doubles and triples in there, so. But, we'll take them. We'll take them, that's for sure. So, well, Dick, you have a good one, and stay safe. Let's see, that's the bottom of the list. This is November 0, Charlie Tango Yankee, Mike in Pequot Lakes. We are not in the fish house. The sun didn't come out today, so that means that the heater won't keep up during the daylight hours. So we said no, not going to do that. So, but that's okay. We're still on the radio, and we'll take some more check-ins.
November 9er, India Lima Whiskey. Hi, Dick.
Hi, Tom.
0X.
We got India Lima Whiskey and 0X. Anybody else? Tom, go ahead.
Well, good afternoon there, Mike. And, it's been a pretty decent day over here in Hudson. The sun's been shining. And, it's kind of been, like I said, decent day. Even though it's a little on the chilly side, 18 degrees right now. It was up to 20. Had the company came out and serviced my backup generator this afternoon, so everything's working fine. And he said, I can't believe this. You only have 50 hours on it. And I said, yeah, that's I said, since we built the house, it exercises 12 minutes every other week. He just laughed. So anyway, it's he changed the oil, the plugs, and whatever, and got that all taken care of. The battery was in great shape, so I guess I'm good for another year or two. Anyway, other than that, just waiting on some parcels to come, and now they say they won't be here till at the end of the week. So that's the way it goes. At least we have been, how should I say it, the mail person, I'm not sure who it is, went in and complained here a while back, about a month ago. We weren't getting our mail till about 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. And basically, the last 2 weeks, we've been getting the mail at just before 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So at least it's somewhat light and can walk down and get the mail high, not in the dark. Anyway, other than that, you got a few waiting in the wings there, Mike. You take care and have a good one. And too bad you couldn't get out on the ice today. The sun was shining here, so have a good one. Catch you later then. 0CTY. November 9, I love whiskey.
Well, sounds good there, Tom. For as far as I'm concerned about the mail, they could come every other day, but I suppose then they would not get it to fit all into trucks with all those Amazon packages. So, oh well, you wish for one thing and you get a different thing. You take care. I'm glad that you're getting the mail before the sun goes down. KV0X, Jim.
Well, good afternoon. Is there any hum or anything odd about my signal? Over.
Just key up and don't talk.
Not talking.
Yeah, it's fine. There's nothing there. I mean, I can't really tell the difference between, other than my noise level went down a little bit, but otherwise it's fine, Jim.
Okay. Well, I had a report I had hum on the signal this morning, so I looked at a bunch of grounds and whatnot, ended up changing out the power supply. It looks like I Another Astron bit the dust. I think that's where the problem was coming from. It seemed to go away when I changed out the power supply. Anyway, always something with ham radio. Yeah, the sun was out here. We had some nice solar gain in the back porch. Got kind of warm back there. I got lots of windows to the south. But, yeah, it's gloomy now. That's for sure. And I think they're saying we might get a few flakes in the next day or so, but nothing much is going to accumulate. Well, anyway, just thought I'd check the radio out and say hello. You're sounding good. KB0.
Yeah, Jim. You know, we got we had something this morning that was coming down. It didn't look like snow. It looked more like crystals, but we did have some fog, so we might have had some moisture going right from liquid to a solid there without giving us snow over.
Frozen fog falling. I suppose that's possible.
Yeah, it happened the other night, a couple of weeks ago. It looked like, sideways blowing rain, but it was just, mist that was kind of freezing. It was kind of weird. But when we could see it glinting off the sun this morning, it looked like little crystals. I suppose it could have been a little bit of snow blowing off the roof, so we got a heck of a wind up here, over.
Yeah, it's a little breezy, but not bad. Not like those poor folks out in California. Boy, they got the wind blowing fire all over the place out there. California ain't for me. 73, KB0X.
Yeah, and I don't think they're allowed to water when it's this dry either, over.
Yeah, they do have water problems out there too. They barely got enough to survive on sometimes, I guess.
Yeah, I know they went from having, feet? I think it was feet. Tens of feet in the mountains last year. The reservoirs were all full. Lake Mead, I think, was back up to where it should be and stuff. And they went, and I think it's been 7 months without any significant rain at this point. So, well, it is kind of desert, I think, out there, over.
Well, I don't think they keep up with their downfall well enough. There's lots of dead and rotting trees and brush out there. If they keep after that, they might not have such a problem.
Well, I suppose, and I don't know how big lots the homeowners, what they got on them and stuff, but when it's blowing 100 miles an hour or whatever they were saying, it's pretty hard to not have a spark get at something, somewhere. And I'll tell you, a spark can happen just anywhere. Well, they had a grass fire this morning down in the city someplace along one of the ditches because there's no snow cover, and that stuff's, as dry as dry can be in the ditches, over.
Well, yeah, it could be some dry spots around. I'm looking out the window, and my grass is green.
Yeah, we had enough moisture this fall to kind of keep things okay, but I know that some stretches down on the highway going down to the city is pretty dry, especially those plains area down there before you get to Camp Ripley. It's pretty flat in there. So, well, Jim, did you have a good turnout for the FunNet the other night?
Well, actually, no. I mean, in the last few weeks, it's been pretty good. Been 12 to 15 people, but last night there was only 6 takers. So I don't know. Everyone was watching some kind of football game or what? Over.
Well, it was my fault. I forgot to announce that in the announcements on the 4 o'clock hour yesterday. So you can blame it on me.
Well, I've been on a lot of different nets announcing it. I guess I haven't been that vigilant lately. I figured for the first few weeks I ran it, I got on a lot of nets, but I figured the word is out that the net's back on again, so I I don't want to keep repeating myself.
Yeah, well, we'll just keep on plugging it. You know, I got that last hour on Tuesday, so I'll just have to remember to emphasize that. But, well, you have a great rest of your evening there, Jim. Thanks for stopping by.
Well, thanks. The radio report 73, KB0X.
Okay, this is November 0, Charlie Tango Yankee. Mike here in Pequot Lakes, 15 miles north of Brainerd for the PICONET, taking check-ins.
KB0 HXL.
N0 DLR.
Okay, we had a little crash at the top. I had HXL. Who was the other station ahead of him or at the same time?
Barefoot today there, Mike, so KC0 FHA.
FHA, go ahead, Al.
Alrighty. Hi, Jim. It's my neighbor. Anyway, think all the weather about 18 degrees today and winter. And that, thanks for being there, Mike. Good luck.
Okay, Al, thank you much. Glad we could get you in there at the top. Then we had HXL. Go ahead.
Yeah, M0CTY, KB0 HXL, Mike and Reamer. Hello, Mike, and everybody else here on the PICONET. I don't know, I came in here just a minute or so ago, and I was wondering, were you talking about the 6-meter fun net? Have you got a frequency and a time for that? Because I thought it was last night, but I couldn't find it.
Well, it's 7:30, and it was last night on 50.200. Over.
Okay, well, then I was in the ballpark. I just didn't think, I think I wasn't able to hear because of where I'm at. So I was looking around, and so I would have been there about the right time, sweeping around the bend. So if I was able to hear him, I think I would have. But anyway. Well, let's see here. Yeah, 14 degrees, cloudy, real good ice on the lake. So anyway, no traffic, Mike. Good to hear you and everybody else. N0CTY, no traffic from KB0HXL.
Recheck.
Yeah, go ahead, Jim. I was going to tell him, but you go ahead.
Okay, well, first off, hi, Al. Good to hear you on the radio. And, yeah. 7:30 every Tuesday night, 50.2, 50.200, upper side band. What direction from, do you know about for Cambridge, Minnesota is? What direction are you from Cambridge, over?
Well, let's see here. I'm up by Walker, Minnesota, so it's a hike. I probably am not going to make it, I'm guessing, over.
Well, I've picked up people from Detroit Lakes and all the way down to Waterloo, Iowa. Just the week before, I got a contact from Waterloo, Iowa. So the mileage isn't the problem. The problem is just having a good antenna system, over.
Okay, roger that. Well, I can do it horizontal and vertical, so I'll try them both out on Tuesday, and we'll see what happens. It would be fun to make some contact on that band. So yeah, it was. I've only made a few over the years, but yeah, it'd be cool to make it happen. So I will look for you guys there. KB0HXL.
All right, thank you. KB0X.
Okay, the other thing that Jim didn't mention is his antenna is fairly directional, and so he does move it around the dial as far as east, west, north, and south, and so you may not hear him right away if he is not pointing to the northwest there, or northwest, I guess. So just another piece of information for you, Mike, over.
Oh, roger that. Sounds good. Well, I'll be on there, and I'll listen and give a shot if I hear anything. So hopefully I will.
Yeah, just leave her on receive and see what happens. He might just pop around when he would twist the antenna. So, Okay, N0 DLR, Don.
Good afternoon, Mike. Very good. You're sounding pretty good today. His band isn't as good as it is sometimes, but you're doing pretty good here. I don't know if you're in the same house or not. You're sounding pretty good. 19 degrees here. I haven't been outside, so I don't know how bad it really was, but I think it was kind of chilly outside, but we didn't have too much wind. It was nice and sunny all day long, so it was not too bad a day here in the city. Yeah, I usually check into Jim's net while I get a chance. I'm usually gone to my son's on Tuesday night, but every once in a while, last night was one of them that I get a chance, and I can't remember it. If somebody says something about it, I'll remember it. And I think Matt had mentioned it last night, and that reminded me, so I wrote it down and checked in. He usually has a pretty good signal down here into the city. He's much of a pretty decent dude. All I've got is a little D5RV, and that's not really the best antenna system here, but it does tune up and it works pretty good. So anyway, we'll check it out. You might have a good one. This is N0 DLR.
Okay, Don. Well, glad that you stopped in there, and appreciate it. And thanks for stopping into the PICONET. Take care. This is November 0, Charlie Tango Yankee, Mike here in Pequot Lakes for the PICONET 4 o'clock hour, taking check-ins. Yeah, we usually get a little slow period here at the halfway mark, and that's okay. No big deal. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to. I don't know if I want to spend any more time on this streaming service. It's supposed to be streaming over the internet. I've got a hardwire connection, so that shouldn't be an issue from a wireless perspective, but I think my router once in a while it doesn't like it when I go far afield, and I know that this station that I'm trying to pick up on the internet is from France, so it's possible that it's trying to protect me from something there, but we'll have to reset it and give another try. So. Okay, this is November 0, Charlie Tango Yankee. Oh, just to let folks know, I think a lot of the series are starting up tonight. New shows, so if you're a TV watcher, there should be some new shows on you for you to watch. We'll take some more check-ins for the PICONET.
N0, LZ, and a J.
KC0, WHJ.
Alpha Delta 0, Sierra November.
KB0, WAZ.
Okay, we got LZJ, WHJ, Sierra November, and WAZ. Any others? Okay, we got MYY in the mobile. Go ahead, Justin.
Taking care of. Otherwise, just one for the front there.
Okay, I copy one for the count. Thanks much. Yeah, you're fading in and out there, but we got you down. Safe motoring, over.
73,
Okay, we got that, 73. LZJ, Terry.
Thank you, Mikey. N0 LZJ here from Ham Lake, 17 degrees, and see, he had nobody. He did that little speech there of killing time, and look what happened. It's just all raining in on you, over.
Well, I had to throw some chum in the water, over.
Oh, yeah, the sharks are biting.
Yeah, that's for sure. So what's happening with you, Terry?
Running around. We ran around all day. Got home around 2. Well, actually, I got home in time. We had time unloaded groceries, I think Jake was about halfway through the first hour on a Pico, so that means I left when he was doing the morning group at about 10 after 8, and I didn't get home till about 3:30, so we ran around. Over.
Yeah, shopping is work, isn't it?
Yeah, we were running around different places. Yeah, then you throw the shopping in, but you know, it's kind of nice to make your stops. It's hard nowadays, though, to stay away from people. You don't want it too crowded with all that pond scum going around, you know?
Well, that generally happens right after the holidays. You know, what happens is that you get it from some family member, and then you bring it home, and it's probably just the husband or the wife, and then once they're done with it, then they give it to the other person, and so you're in for about 2 or 3 weeks before it clears again. Over.
Yeah, it just amazes to me, Mike. These guys, and I mean, guys in general, and these are mostly old guys, but I'm in Walmart, go to the bathroom, I go in there, I go in the stall, do my thing, come out, same guy was in the urinal doing his thing, screwing around with whatever he was doing, right? So I'm washing my hands, and you know what he did, right?
He didn't, he just left.
Walked right out, didn't wash his hands. The guy, I can't believe them guys. Are they stupid?
Yeah, I saw one like that the other day too. So, and then he gets in one of those motorized carts that the store provides, and I don't know that they wipe those down in between users.
Yeah, and you know, he's grabbing a cart or something. You know, he's touching shit with his hands. But you know, they just. I think this country's breeding stupid.
Yeah, it doesn't, the parents, our parents always told us to wash our hands and at least, to give the ears a once in a while over.
Yeah, if I had a nickel for every time I seen somebody do that, I'd be a rich man right now.
Yeah, I know what you mean, so. Well, anything else going on? You coming up to the lake?
As soon as you get some snow. Ain't much to do up there. I mean, I could goof around, but it's better if we get a little snow. As soon as we get a little base up there, we'll come up and terrorize it. We like to do some outback riding, and you need a little snow to cover up some of the logs.
Yeah, I know what you're saying there. And we could use a little snow over the septic here, too, because I looked at the long-range forecast on AccuWeather, and it does not look good. Same kind of weather all the way through the end of February, over.
Yeah, my son, they got their big fun run up there now on the Gunflint there, first part of February. He wanted to know if I want to go, but I think that's turning into what they did last year, Mike, is they turned it into a trout fishing fiasco. And they brought sleds up that can run on hardly no snow, old dogs, you know, old fish houses, and they end up having a blast, over.
Yeah, if you got some with the old bogey systems, those didn't require a lot of snow to run.
Nah, bogey system, you can run that right on the gravel road. She's fine.
You bet. So, okay, Terry, well, I got a few more to check in, so you have a great afternoon, and thanks for stopping by.
Okay, you let her rip, Mike. Thanks for doing her.
You take care. WHJ, Dennis.
Good evening, Mike. KC0WHJ, Dennis in Champlin, where I can't stick around long because I'm flipping chicken bits out on the grill, so just wanted to pop in, say hi, and we'll catch up with you guys later. KC0WHJ, back to net.
Okay, Dennis. Well, next time, just say short time, after your call there, and we'll get you in quicker. But, yeah, don't burn them chicken bits. AD0SN, Rich.
Well, thanks, Mike, for picking me up. This is Rich here in Lake Elmo, AD0SN. I just hooked up the amplifier and was wondering whether it was working. So it looks like I'm getting in. So I appreciate your picking me up. It's 18 degrees here in Lake Elmo, Minnesota. Back to you, Mike.
Okay, the amp's working fine. Does your meter tell you how much power you're putting out?
Well, it says I'm putting out about 400 watts. I probably have some loss in the antenna, but I just haven't run it in a long time and wanted to see if it was still working. And plus I had to put a little heat in the shack here. So anyways, back to you, Mike, and thanks for running the net.
Yeah, S9 Plus, you're doing, 10 over even, so that's good. Thanks very much, Rich. WAZ, Bruce. KB0, WAZ.
Hey, good morning, Mike. I had my headset off there for a second. The YL was chatting at me down here. So this is Bruce, KB0WAZ up on Big Sandy Lake. We're at 14 degrees now, and the sun's starting to set. We called it up after a nice sunny day. Sad to hear you didn't get your fish house out. I was kind of looking forward to chatting with you while you were fishing.
Oh, it's out there. I just didn't have the time to go down and heat her up and to get in her. And like I said, once the sun gets behind the cloud, it don't really get much heat gain. So then the heater has a little tougher time to keep up. And with the wind we got going, she cooled down pretty quick. So I stayed on the warm side of the door today.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I've got a new one coming tomorrow. It's Otter flip over, a little bit bigger than what I've got. So they're trucking it in tomorrow, and I'll spend a day or two putting all the screws and bolts together to get it to work. And hopefully this weekend I can get a little test run.
Yeah, wouldn't it be nice to have a self-powered unit, that would just move around with, you could use a little controller, and or maybe you just have that built into your hat or glasses, and you just look the way you want the fish house to go, and it keeps on moving until you put your head down over.
Yeah, roger that. That would be nice. I've seen some of those machines that, like a wheel they put on the back end of some of these things. Instead of, tracks, it's like a saw blade almost, and then they can buzz around the lake. Those seem kind of interesting.
Yeah, you can't quite troll with them yet, but I'm wondering how one of those, you've seen those things where they cut the circle in the ice, about 30, 40 feet in diameter or something like that, and then they spin it around. I wonder if you could do a little trolling with that, drill a hole and drop a line down and put on a crankbait over.
Yep, roger that. I'm sure you could. Sometimes it looks like they spin a little fast, though, depending on what you're fishing for. It might have to figure out how to regulate the speed good, but the thing I've seen, they actually put it, it's like a boat motor, and they put them on a flat-bottom boat, and they can go across the ice when it's not really safe. But, yeah, it's an interesting concept, but I've seen those ones that do go on water and ice, but those things are spendy, but that wouldn't be for me, I don't think.
Well, I actually saw one, I don't know if it was a made-up thing or not, but the guy had one of those, and he had his ice auger out the back end running that for propulsion over.
Oh, roger that. Yeah, that would work, actually. That's kind of a cool concept. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, Willie's Marine over here in, north of McGregor, they have one of those, I forget who makes them, well something, but they can go on water and ice both, and you drill your holes right inside the unit. It's like a plastic frame with flotation, and you fish right out of the thing. You just kind of drive it out to where you want it, and drill your 4 holes, and pop the top up, and you're good to go.
That would be great. Yeah, I did see something for the people that like to jig, like the crappie fishermen and so forth. It was a little thing you clip it onto your fishing rod, and it had a little motor in it, and then it had a little eccentric with a lever on it, and would push the line up, and then as it came around and dropped the line, it would just sit there and cycle that up and down over.
Yep, roger that. I've seen those videos on TikTok. People using those. I've seen them with a regular fishing rod, shorties, for ice fishing, and then they go up and down, and then when you get a bite, it just stays down. So I don't know. They've got so much stuff now. I think I talked earlier about the electronics, but I'll let you catch some more people. It's getting late here on your end, and have a great day and stay safe over there. KB0, WAZ, clear.
Okay, Bruce. Yeah, well, if I can't be out fishing, I got to talk a little fishing anyway. So then I think they had something on the news now. The DNR is getting all upset about these side scan sonars to, look out, 100 feet or so and see where the fish are. But, you still got to catch them. In my opinion, you got a limit. And as long as you don't go out over your limit or your slot and you obey the rules, I don't think there should be anything that would prohibit you from doing that, because otherwise, during the summer you're able to troll around and find it. In winter you got to use every tool at your disposal to try to catch fish. Over.
Yep, roger that. It is difficult. I'm kind of on the fence with that. Some of these guys, they come out to our lake here and they drill so damn many holes that you can't, you cannot find a spot to fish where your foot won't fall through a hole, because they're all hole hopping, and you wonder, okay, can I put my house there? Is he going to be upset? Is he fishing 50 holes at one time? But yeah, I remember back when the first drafts came out, the paper ones, if you remember those, and they talked about banning them here, but they never did. But there was quite a discussion, so I don't know. I'm on the fence both ways. A lot of guys, I wonder how many limits they have in their freezer, but that's neither here nor there. You can't hardly fish every day in the same spot even. And what do you do with all them fish? But some of our limits need to be changed. I don't think people need to have 15 traps a season, but 4 walleyes is good. Back to you.
Yeah, I just buy the conservation license. That's a half limit. That's usually enough for me and the wife, anyway, so works out just fine. Thanks, Bruce. This is November 0, Charlie Tango Yankee, Mike here in Pequot Lake, taking check-in. Speaking of limits, you could remove the limits on deer as far as I'm concerned. Get rid of them nasty critters. I'm going to have more deer poop in the yard than I know what to do with here by the spring. And I'm not even feeding them. No bird feeders or anything out this year. We got deer running all over the place. So at least my bushes are all in fences now. It's a shame that you can't have a nice landscape without fencing it so we could keep the deer out. This is November 0, Charlie Tango Yankee, taking check-in.
10-0 KCM.
Well, Bud, they should be able to fish some other lakes now. They should be froze now, over.
I keep seeing pictures of guys going through. Down by Alexandria, there was one that, what a dummy, pulled his truck in by the reeds. Worst place you could pull a truck. Then the sun, the heat warms up them reeds, and the ice ain't that thick. Yeah, but it should be good. I have not been out fishing, and I don't have the ambition to go out and do it. And it's been too dang cold, too. I don't have a fish house.
Yeah, I guess, well, they let you have the portables without having to have a license now, which is kind of nice. So that works out. But, they are kind of a pain to put up. They don't just pop up by themselves either, I guess.
Yeah, I've got one. I've got a collapsible that I think it folds out to it's a 4-holer, and it opens up to a pretty good size. 2 people can fish comfortably in it. I haven't used it in years. It's in fine shape, although it's just been sitting in the garage. I should probably let it go and get rid of it. And I got a nice auger, an Eskimo gas auger that's a 10-inch hole. Cuts a nice big hole, so you don't have to worry about big fish coming through a little hole. And I had gotten that all working and running this last summer, so that starts right up. But I just don't have the ambition. And by the time you buy the fishing license, get the bait and the fuel and the gas and all the time, and then you gotta, once you catch them, you gotta bring them home, then you gotta clean them, and heck, I can go over to the store and buy some fillets of some walleye fillets and have them frying in the pan before I know it.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You know what my favorite fish house was? It was the old, what I call the old 4x8 with the military canvas wrapped around, and then you got inside. It was hinged on the ends, so the door in one end, window on the other, and you put the two, well, we used EMT, electrical metallic tubing, just two lengths of that to hold the two ends farther, at tension, so they were, apart. I think maybe we might have used some closet rod circles there on the ends to keep the poles in place, but those worked good and they went up quick.
Yeah, the one I got, it's easy, but and you fold it together, and then you put it on the skid to slide it out, and of course you got your auger and everything in there, and you set it on top, and worked good with a snowmobile. I did that for a number of years, but yeah, I just don't have the ambition anymore to go out and do it, but I'm stuck more of a fair weather fisherman. I like the nice weather, and we can go out and get a suntan and early spring and get into them big crappies and sunnies. And I used to chase nothing but walleye. And then met my second wife, and we got into doing more pan fishing. And I don't know, when I have a nice slab of northern pike right up right next to a slab of walleye, the northern pike has a little better flavor. If you just got to know what you're doing to get around the bones. And better yet, as far as taste goes, good cold water perch, and of course sunnies and crappies are probably my favorite. So walleyes aren't at the top of my list. Actually, I got enough fish yet from last spring. I still got about 2 or 3 batches of crappie, and I've got a couple of bags of pike. So I still got I got fish for the winter. But you never know. Maybe I'll if we get some nice weather, I might get a hankering to go out and go do a little walk out and slide out and put the ice cleats on. Boy, you'd have to. We got no snow on the ice, and it's just nice slippery ice over here. All right, well, it's close to the end. I looked at the clock and thought, my gosh, I should come down here and check in with you.
Well, thank you, Bud. Yeah, I'd like to get into that springtime bucket fishing, where I don't really need a house out there. It's just got a nice sunny day. It's 30-some degrees, and you're good. Not much wind. You're good to go. So you take care and enjoy the evening. This is November 0, Charlie Tango Yankee, taking check-ins for the PICONET.
Alpha Bravo 0, Romeo.
NI0K.
WA0ZWZ.
We have 0R, 0K, and ZWZ. Dave, go ahead.
Well, hey, Mike. Good afternoon/evening to you and John and ZWZ and Gary, I think that is, if I'm remembering right. Anyhow, it's a heat wave, 18 degrees here, 8 miles north of St. Paul, and they promise we might get a little bit of possible tiny little chance of snow tonight. We'll see. It's just going to be a dusting anyway. It's kind of weird out there without any snow. We're not feeling it. We think we want some snow. So, anyways, we'll get out of here since it's late in the hour. You have a good one. Alpha Bravo 0, Romeo.
Yeah, I need some snow just to keep the tractor battery charged up, because those darn electronics on all these vehicles, and including the tractor nowadays, take power just sitting there. So, okay, Dave, you take care. NI0K, John.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mike. Hello to everybody on the PICONET. It's sunset here, past sunset, I guess. John, NI0K, Rural Debs. We've got 14 degrees, and it's been changing between cloudy and clear today, or partly cloudy. Actually, this morning it was all clear. Anyway, I'll give you a couple more call signs. Whiskey 0, Bravo, Juliet, India, and November 0, November, Foxtrot. Well, coming down to the wire, Mike. Thanks for doing the net.
Okay, John. Well, thank you much. Thanks for the other call signs, and you have a great evening. ZWZ, Gary.
Good evening, Mike and everyone. WA0ZWZ, 20 degrees, overcast skies, a little bit of breeze out of the north. You're getting kind of short. 7-3, thanks, Mike. WA0ZWZ.
Okay, Gary, I know that. Even my doctor said you're getting shorter, so that's the way it goes. I guess you get older, you shrink a little. This is November 0, Charlie Tango Yankee, and this will be the final call for the PICONET. Check-ins, final call for the PICONET. Please come now.
Now, one last comment.
Yeah, go ahead, bud.
Yeah, last spring, I think it was March, April, after we got back from our vacation, and we had some nice weather and just went out standing on the ice, and the holes were already out there because they weren't freezing over. And we knew right where to go. And oh gosh, did we ever slay a lot of nice crappies. A lot of nice still 13, 14 inchers. Real nice eating crappies. So we didn't take too many, but we had enough for a couple of meals, and that went really good. All right, enjoy, and thanks for being out here. N0KCM.
Yeah, I remember a fishing trip I went with my dad. He had already moved into assisted living, but we went out, and it was late winter fish. Actually there was a little water on the ice, but there were patches, where there was snow, and that kind of dictated where we were going to put the portable. I said, well, when we find a high patch of snow, maybe there was only 2 or 3 inches on that little mound, and so we didn't get wet. And I'll tell you, those crappies, they were just, in a 5-gallon bucket, they just barely fit, from nose to tail in the bottom, and we just stacked that baby up. We took our limit, and boy, we had a great time eating those the next week or so.
Yep, that's good stuff, and great memories you had there too. All right, 7-3, have a good one. N0KCM. I think I'll slide down the band and probably pull out my bass and work on some songs again. So there you go. Catch you later.
Yeah, I envy those people that know how to play an instrument. I always thought I should try doing the piano, but got so much arthritis in my hands that probably wouldn't be much of a success. This is November 0, Charlie Tango Yankee. Any final check-ins for the PICONET? Yeah, I can hear you. Oh, that might have been out east. Somebody said QRP.
Yeah, he's calling for QRP check-ins, Mike. Alpha Bravo 0 Romeo.
Okay, well, we'll get off the frequency then. Everybody have a great evening to check in with the other operators at 9 on this frequency. N0CTY, I'll be clear.